Hey, how's it going tonight, Javier?
Hey, it's going pretty well. I've been asleep part of the day. I got to watch Raw. I actually stayed up to watch the whole show, and now we get to talk a little bit about it.
Oh God, where do we begin? I mean, that was probably one of the worst Raws I've seen in a while, actually. Wow.
It has some good points in that Raw. Like, it wasn't like the worst. I think we've had weeks that have been worse.
Not really, actually. I mean, it's to me, it didn't feel like they didn't really showcase anything. Like, no really good angles were changed or modified, or we didn't see anything really that hyped up the Elimination Chamber except promos. I mean, I was
I mean,
hoping to see, some more of a hands-on, more like a feud, more like a breakout, fight maybe with a couple of the guys in the chamber match. It was just kind of boring.
you think so? Like, we got a pretty good match against Tawizawa versus Gunther. That was a pretty good match.
That
You
was
have,
Bob. Honestly, I'm going to talk about that for a minute. You don't mind? That was a beautiful segment. I mean, that was beautiful. I mean, Tozawa, he's a yes, he has not got a whole big push. He's not the greatest wrestler. He's not, but it's nice to see him get a little bit of a rub, especially a championship match of all things. I think that's his first one ever. I mean, after what they did to him at the Royal Rumble by, pushing him off the side for I Speed, another podcaster, but um, I thought it was nice. Give the guy a good rub, and also it was not like, Gunther the dominating Tozawa. It was a good back and forth fight. Swat put up a good he tried to put up a good effort. And he got some good moves in there. He tried.
but there's been like a history of like matches like that. Like, I don't know if you remember. What is it? Michinoku? Remember Michinoku versus
Oh,
Triple H?
Taka? Oh yeah. Taka was he was a
Talk-
good wrestler. He still wrestles today, I think.
He was the cruiserweight champion at the time, and he wrestled Triple H on a Raw.
I think someone talked about this in a podcast or on YouTube. Someone said, God, I can't remember. I can't remember.
And then like, you remember when the Hurricane wrestled The Rock? There's been a history of like we because Tozawa was like a lower card, even sometimes like a mid card, but he
He,
doesn't really go further than that. He doesn't really go further than that. But from time to time, you're gonna see just someone out of the blue challenge for the championship, and then it's a feel good moment to have him in the match. And then just the fact that they have that the thought of they could win. That's like the goal is to
mhm.
believe. And when you take one of the fan favorites and they have that moment where they believe they can win, and they did their job.
Yeah.
Like everybody was in it. You have to admit, everybody was in it when Gunther was in trouble in that match. You have to admit to that.
I mean, Alpha Academy has always been a fan favorite. I mean, the fans always loved Alpha Academy. I think that was the big thing tonight. I think they had the momentum from the fans from all this, time doing Alpha Academy, and I think that really helped them in this one. I think the fans kind of enjoyed it too. I mean, it was not a big match, but it was a good match. I mean, it was a beautiful. Whoever did this match did perfectly. It was a beautiful, simple match. Nothing big, nothing fancy. Did it have to be fancy? It was just beautiful to me. It was like an old school beautiful match. Small, short, but beautiful.
And then like we had a lot of like stinkers, like Jake Paul came out, talked a bunch of nonsense, and then he got booed.
Oh my God! Don't get me started on the Paul brothers, please. Don't get me started on that.
What do
But
you
that's a that that
of course I
I can't.
will.
I cannot stand Logan. I
No, you can't.
cannot.
That's why I brought it up. Of course I know you can't. Why else would I'm here to poke the bear, okay? Like we're gonna poke the bear.
Okay,
And
did
then
you?
Punk. Like that was actually pretty ballsy to watch Logan Paul slap CM Punk.
I'm kind of curious about that because I don't know if you watched Logan Paul's and Paul's podcast. I don't. But every now and then, when he does have a a wrestling person on there, I watch. I did watch the Michael Cole one today. While I was working, I was watching it, listening to it, and he said out multiple times in that podcast that when Michael Cole said your character, he goes, "I'm not living a character. This isn't. I'm me. This is what out there when I'm out there. That's not a character. That's him in real life. I'm sorry, he's a dipshit. He's a he calls
Yeah,
himself the great. He calls himself the greatest wrestler in the world. On that podcast, he said multiple times, "I'm the greatest wrestler in the world." Going, no, you're not. You're far from that title. I mean, come on. And now he's starting backstage fights with Kaiser over him and does you know everyone knows Kaiser and Tiffany are couples, and Logan Paul got flirt with Tiffany, got pissed off Kaiser. Come on, that guy's nothing but drama. Wherever he goes, it's drama.
I mean, can you really blame him for hitting on Tiffany? It's Tiffy time.
He knows she with Kaiser. Hands off. Number one rule. You don't mess with another guy's woman.
I mean, for one thing, Kaiser is probably one of the luckiest motherfuckers in the WWE for
No, he's a really he's not lucky at all. He is a really good wrestler. That guy's been around for a long time. He's put the time in. He is good. I mean, honestly, he got what it takes to be a main eventer. I guarantee you. You put him in a main event match, that guy can deliver, I think. He can do a main event story.
I mean, he is going to deliver. He is. I mean, first he has Tiffany Stratus. It's Tiffy time every night for Kaiser. That man is
Not every
winning,
night. Not every night. Come on, man. On the road,
and he
she's
has
on
Tiffany.
SmackDown. He's on Raw.
He doesn't need a title. He has Tiffy. I mean, like that man is winning, and we can't even spell the word winning correctly.
He is good in the ring. I think he needs a big push. I think, and what you did tonight with Penta, that was another. Actually, honestly, that was another really beautiful match. I don't like Pete Dunne's character. I don't like his character. I think that whole Butch Pete Dunne character is kind of stupid. But Penta and Kaiser, they put on a great match. I mean, those guys can work together. Penta is a guy that I'm looking forward to. I want to see what they do with that guy. I hope that God they don't kill him. I hope they give him don't push him too much, too fast, but a nice, slow, gradual push. Because I think that guy can deliver some big matches. I think that guy's gonna be a champion soon.
I mean, really, if we really want to be cute, we can actually have all three of them in the main event of a Raw and just tell them to just go bananas. And they could probably main event and everybody would leave happy.
Exactly. I mean, Penta, he can put he does stuff that I've not seen. I mean, in what a long time. Like no, the God, I can't remember what. Well, they called the Penta driver, which is originally the Taka driver. Taka we were talking about earlier.
Of
He
course.
kind of used a little bit of Taka in there. But I love that move. No, the Penta driver is a really nice move. The other one, I can't remember God, what they call it. I can't remember when he does the.
You talk about when he tries to break your collarbone.
Oh no, when he does that German suplex, like a pile driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. God, I can't. I just had that move my name in my head a little bit ago. But no, Penta is another guy that I think is going to places. I'm hoping they don't push him too far till his brother gets there.
Well, the problem is if they push him and he gets too far, they're not going to want to put them together as a tag team.
Exactly. And that's what I'm worried about. They push him too much too quickly, and that was going to happen. It's going to kill his brother's whole in debut and everything, because they are a tag team. But like even Penta said on the Chris Van Fleet show that he loves both sides. He likes singles, but he also likes tag team matches as well.
Well, I tell you, he probably likes single championships a lot more than he likes tag team championships.
I think it's 50-50. It come
You
I mean
know,
championship is championship. Tag team champion or singles, it's a championship. If you got the championship, you deserved it. You earned it.
Can we talk about Joaquin Wilde's 10 tonight?
Uh, a little overboard, I think. Little overboard. Spent a little too much time in spent a little bit too much time in the tanning bed, maybe a little more time in the gym. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he got the great physique, but no, I think maybe spend a little less time in the tanning bed, a little more in the gym, I think.
It looks like he was walking on the sun and then he decided to put somewhat jock straps on and then go wrestle.
Well, what about Ivy Niles? Her character kind of took a flip like 180. She went pretty dark, She looks pretty dominating. I'm kind of looking forward to this new Ivy Niles we got here.
Well, I mean, she's jacked, like, and she probably knows like her time is running out now that what's her name came from TNA and is part of the WWE.
I don't think that. I think WWE kind of told her. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. So I'm wondering if WWE might have talked with her. I mean, he told her, no, hey, you need to step up here. We're not gonna get you a storyline until you show us you deserve one. And I think she's finally stepping up. She is good in the ring. Don't get me wrong. I mean, when she does wrestle, she is decent. She's not great, but she's decent. But I'm kind of looking forward to this new darker side of her.
You think so? I think she's kind of in trouble, to be honest.
For what?
Well, not that she's in trouble. It's what the hell is her name? She just signed with the WWE and she was from TNA.
Jordan Grace?
Jordan Grace? Yeah, Jordan Grace is literally a bigger version of her.
Yes, but I don't think Ivy Niles has anything to worry about just yet. Because Jordan Grace is going to spend about 6 months in NXT, 6 months to 12 months in NXT. I mean, they're not going to bring in the main roster right away. So, I mean, I think this is perfect for Ivy Niles. I think the time is perfect for her. I think she has shown that she deserves this little push, and I kind of curious where she goes with it.
I mean, you don't think that they're gonna like if they were to stand next to each other, wouldn't you think they have the same exact kind of physique, except like maybe
No,
one's
good.
tall?
Well, Jordan Grace is definitely taller, but Ivy Niles, her physique is not as dominant as Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace physique is more. I mean, Ivy Niles is a tinier, but with the tiny women, you can't put on a lot of muscle mass. I mean, you can't.
I
But
mean,
she
that's
looks
true.
good. I mean, don't wrong. She looks amazing, and I'm looking forward to where she goes with the storyline because I think it's her time to shine.
Or like how we're watching Raw and then they're always talking about tough enough on A&E.
It's LFO, whatever they call it. I think they call it LFO.
I don't know what they call it because I know it's tough enough. It will always be tough enough. They can rename it whatever they want to rename it. It's still tough enough. That's really what it is.
You're right. I mean, you're right. Okay, let's talk
It,
about the New Day. The New Day, they're like heel. I mean, I like him as a heel. I'm really like him as a heel.
it's weird. It's weird to see them. Like it's weird to see them as bad guys right now.
No, it fits them perfect. They were the baby faces for so long. It's nice to see him break out of that into a heel role. I mean, and they are doing a good job with this heel. I mean, they got the fans even hating him coming.
Well, yeah, because they disrespected one of their closest friends that's physically unable to wrestle. They're constantly taking digs, and I expected Kobe Kingston to spend his entire career as a babyface. Like that dude should have been the modern Ricky Steamboat. He should have been the modern Ricky Steamboat. Is what he should have been.
Okay, you're going a little too far there.
Wow,
Going
you
a little
don't
too
think?
far. He's good. He's really good. I mean, he had some iconic moments in WWE. He definitely was champion even at one time. I mean, so yeah, he's good, but I won't put him in a class like Ricky Steamboat. I don't think.
I mean, we really can't put him in the class anymore because he's a heel now. But I mean, how long has this dude's career been? What, 15 years, 10 years, something in
20,
between?
20 year. He's been in WWE for a long time. Xavier Woods, he's another guy that I'm looking forward to as a heel. I like him as a heel. I love Xavier and as a heel. He makes a better heel than a babyface.
You think so? I can't even see him as a heel because he plays the heel in WWE. He plays the heel in WWE, and then you watch his YouTube channel, and he's all, "Hey guys, how are y'all doing today? We're gonna play a video game, and you can watch us play too. Yay!"
Because a heel is easier to play because you don't care what people think about you. As a heel, you don't care. I mean, you're not constantly worried about, oh God, I don't want to do this because people are going to think about this. Going, I'm a heel. I'm supposed to do that kind of stuff. As a babyface, you're constantly like going, oh, is anyone watching me? Is anyone? Oh, I better check over here. No, if I want to do something like this, I mean, babyface, you constantly being criticized, but when you are a heel, you can do whatever you want. Because that's what you're
Yeah,
supposed to do.
but it's so hard. It's so hard to see him on
No,
YouTube or Twitter or Twitch, and then he's just like the happiest dude in the world. Just like, oh, listening to all the fans and everything, reading everything and just responding to the best way possible. And then you watch Raw, and then you watch him play this heel, and he's just like this grumpy black man. Like it doesn't match. Like it doesn't
it
fit. It's
it's
not.
two character. He's a character on TV. He's a real person on YouTube.
It
That's all I gotta
doesn't
imagine.
add up. Like if you're gonna
Doesn't
be the heel, be the heel.
doesn't have to add up. If you can play a heel on TV and a baby face in real life, you can do anything. I think
Well, if you're
because
gonna
not
play,
because not a lot of wrestlers can manage playing both. Two separate lives. So I think if you can do them both, and get away, and really no one really mind. No one because no one really hates him. I mean, it works. It works for him.
there's like a millions of people that hate this right now. Like, how are you supposed to like play Spider-Man with like this the shittiest grin in the world on Twitch, and then you go on WWE and you're supposed to like hate the fans? It just doesn't
It,
add up.
it, it's the professional. I mean, he's a professional. Okay, I want to bring up something else real quick. I don't want to change subject real quick. Real quick. Rhea Ripley came out with an X post today, warning any stalkers or anyone except fans that want to send stuff to her house. I guess someone sent something to her house over the last couple weeks. So Rhea's got a stalker now. Jade had one. Now Rhea has one. What is the world coming to with people with fans stalking female wrestlers? Come on, people. This is fun here. This is entertainment. This is not supposed to be like that kind of stuff. I
I
don't
mean, really,
understand people.
it kind of started with Asuka, to be honest with you, and I
Oh, yeah,
think a
she's
lot
another one. Yeah, she's another one. I forgot. She had one.
of like this issue.
It's
You
kind
know,
of brings up no concerns to the women wrestlers. They are no. I mean, they can take care of themselves. I'm pretty sure any male come up to them, they can like beat the crap out of them. I'm pretty sure. I mean, Rhea Ripley can pretty sure beat the crap out any guy she wants.
well, there's a video short going around right now of Rhea Ripley doing the riptide on some grown man on a bunch of boxes. I don't know if you've seen the video or not. If you got to
No,
probably
I
go
have
look.
not. Yeah, I'll definitely go look that up. I want to see
Yeah.
that.
Like this dude's like, I want you to give me the riptide, and then she just looks at him like he's fucking retarded.
Oh yeah, did you also see online that Lex Luger has made some major progress? He's actually able to stand without a walker or a wheelchair for a short period of time.
Yeah, I've been watching the DDP show on YouTube.
Yeah,
Gotta follow
yeah.
subscribe.
DDP is doing an amazing job at Lex. I mean, come on, that's amazing. See the guy stand for once again.
Yeah, I mean, he spent all those years just destroying his body, and then I think he has some kind of like muscle disease, and then he was also like on steroid. Like it's a whole mixture of
Well,
like his adult years.
Well, what caused the paralyze was he had an injury in his neck, and he was on a plane, and he fell asleep on the plane is at a wrong angle, and when he woke up, he was paralyzed. So, I mean, It doesn't take much, I guess. I mean, I'm glad to see Lex is doing better. I love Lex. I was a big fan of his back in the day. Torture rack. That was a I love that move. But no, I'm glad to see Lex is making improvements. DDP is a saint. I mean, that guy is doing stuff that it's amazing. I'm glad to see what he's doing for pressy old school wrestlers like he did with Jake Roberts, Scott Hall. He's doing amazing work. I'm glad to see DDP is doing so well.
And then can we talk about the title match today? The
Which
tag
one?
team title, the women's.
Oh yeah, I
Did you?
forgot about that one. I
I thought
really,
that
I,
was.
it was good. I don't know. I mean, you can tell which women on Raw, you can tell women on Raw, women on SmackDown. Raw women wrestlers are more athletic. I'm not gonna say athletic, but more of what's the word I'm looking for? Impactful, or they're more their wrestling matches look as good like the males. The women on SmackDown, you can tell they're holding back, like they're kind of scared to do some moves. I can see some moves that kind of going, ugh, they could have done that a little bit better. Have you seen that? Have you on SmackDown? You can tell SmackDown women wrestlers versus Raw wrestlers.
I mean, you could tell from the shows, definitely. You could tell from the shows the difference between the rosters, if that's what you're trying to ask.
Well, I think the women matches on Raw are so much better than the ones on SmackDown. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they were good, but I think I mean, Liv and Raquel on par. Those guys were great. I kind of think it could have been a little more, ex no, exciting. I mean, not really exciting. I mean, I don't know how to go more competitive. I think.
Yeah,
I
like,
don't know.
every time I see like Raquel Rodriguez, she really does look like she's from like Grand Rio.
Okay, let's talk about the Judgment. Now we talk about Liv. Let's talk about a little bit of Judgment Day. Now, over the last couple weeks, Dominic wants to add another member into the Judgment Day, and Finn's asking, don't want to add anyone. But who do you think could be that member? Now, I have one idea, but I want to hear your idea first. So, who do you think that might be?
Really don't know. Like everybody hates Dom. Like everybody hates Dom. I don't know who in the world would be like, yeah, I guess I want to join. Like I
Um,
can't see anybody wanting to join the Judgment Day right now.
why? I think there's some life left in Judgment Day. I think there is some life left back in, and I think there's still a little bit there. I don't think it's over yet.
I think there is some kind of life left in the Judgment Day, but it's really already on its last legs. Like they just have to like put it to bed, start over.
Do you know
Like
who I
who,
think it might? Do you think you want to know who I think it might be?
let me know. Who could it be?
I think it's Malachi Black. I think Malachi Black got released from AEW. I would not be surprised if WWE has always been talking to him. I think he'd be. I mean, people have been talking about it online. Several people have been talking about that he could be the next Judgment Day member, and I'm going. I think so too. I think that'd be a perfect fit for him.
I think if he's the Judgment Day leader,
See, that could open up a storyline right there with him and Finn. Who
I
takes
mean,
over Judgment Day? That might be pretty iconic. Malachi Black versus Finn Balor, winner gets Judgment Day. I mean that actually might be a good match.
I mean, I still can't see Malachi Black joining because it's such a joke at this point for the Judgment Day. Even with
No,
them winning the tag team championships.
no, there's still life in that group. I think they got some life left. I think when no, it kind of sucks now with JD gone. It's like no, they're down to one person, but I think it's gonna be around for a little bit longer. I don't think it's gonna go away anytime soon.
I think JD's gonna get like a hero's welcome when he comes back.
Well, he should. That guy laid his life on the line. I mean, he put his life on the line for that company. I mean, He did something that anyone that says he's a horrible wrestler, go, no, that guy right there gave his life in the ring on live television on Netflix of all things. He risked his life. That right there is the hardest working wrestler I've ever seen right there, who's willing to put his life on the line for the business. He shouldn't have to. Don't wrong, people. No one should ever have to put their life on the line for a pro wrestling match, for a wrestling match. But JD got my ear 100% of my respect after that.
Can we talk about the Raw table since they've been on Netflix?
Um, it's way more sturdier. You don't see it breaking anymore.
You think all
I
that Netflix money, we're like, Mr. Levesque, I think we could build a better table now.
I guarantee you there's a bet backstage on who will break that table first. I'm guarantee you in the locker room there's someone taking bets on who's going to break that table first. I
Like it just
guarantee
feels
it.
like every week somehow that table just gets involved, and it's like that is like the most indestructible thing on Raw since it's made the move to Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, look at ask JD. Ask JD. He'll tell you exactly how it feels. I mean, that guy right there he got bit by a table. Table bit him pretty hard. So let's talk about the let's see what's next here.
Can we talk about the rumor that Jey Uso and Charlotte Flair may now be dating?
No, no, I don't want to talk about that.
You want to talk about that? You don't want to talk about the
No, no, I haven't read much on that. Until I read more on that, I don't want to talk about that one. And that's a little touchy issue.
it
Let's
really
see
be
here.
that like
Uh,
she's
I don't
trading in
know.
a for a Samoan. That's about what she's doing.
Hold hold on here. Let me look this up here.
Well, yeah, I think that's
Okay,
about
okay,
like
okay. Let's talk about The Rock and Cody. Okay, let's talk about this. Okay, now on SmackDown, we saw a super long promo that should never been on that long. On SmackDown, The Rock promo that went on for like 30 some minutes that should have been way shorter. But what do you think about that old segment on SmackDown? We haven't talked about that yet. What do you think about that? I thought it was actually the worst segment I've seen in a
I think
while.
I think if we really want to talk about that, everybody's gonna have to watch our next recording because that is a
No,
lot. That
no, we need to talk about that now. We need to briefly talk about it now because
we gotta
because
restart.
that's gonna be
We gotta get everybody in on it. Like
no.
this is one of my rants that I want to do, and it takes longer than a free thing of Zoom for us. Like,
All right, let's see what else we got
every
here.